everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a prom makeup inspired look. I wanted to do something with pinks and whites and I created this sort of Barbie pink look that I am currently wearing. I love how it turned out. I love how sort of bronzy the skin looks and I love this lip. It was a mixture of the new Fairy Godmother lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. It looks like this. It's a really beautiful colour. And also the gloss on top is the Sugar Mama gloss from Gerard Cosmetics, and I am really liking this so far. This is the first time I've used them. I've picked up 3 shades recently, and this is the first time I've actually applied them to my lips, and they applied so smoothly and it just looks so beautiful. It's so sort of spring-like, Barbie-ish, girly. It's perfect for a prom makeup look. When I went to my prom, it was a good 5 years ago now, if not longer, I wore pinks. I had a very sort of bright pink dress. I'll try and include a picture if I can find one. And I had sort of pink makeup on my eyes. I wasn't very good at makeup at that time. It was a good 5-6 years ago now. And I wasn't very good at makeup, but I chose pinks and a pink lip. I always sort of went for the pinky shades. So I've just created this sort of wearable prom pink and white inspired look. So if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. So to start out today, I'm going to be priming my skin, my L'Oreal Lumi Magique primer. I'm just applying this all over my face using my fingers and hands. As I've got very oily skin, I'm also going to go in with a mattifying primer. Today I'm using my L'Oreal Skin Perfection base in the Magic Blur, and I've just applied it on my T-zone and where I have any texture or open pores. I'm going to moisturise my lips so they are all prepped, ready for our lipstick at the end of our makeup application. Now that my skin is prepped, I'm now going in with my eyes. So first of all, I'm priming my eyelids with my Decay primer potion, and I've just applied this on all over my eyelid, all the way up to my brow bone, anywhere where we're going to be applying the pigments today. So I'm going to go in with a base, and today I'm using my NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk. I wanted a nice white bright base, so it really made all the colours stand out. As I'm using pigments today, I'm focusing on my eyes first so I can get rid of any makeup fallout on our face before we've applied our foundation. So as you can see, I'm just blending out that white base. I'm using an eyeshadow to start with just to set the Milk shade that we just used. So I'm just applying it with a small dense eyeshadow brush, and I'm just applying it where we applied that Jumbo pencil to really get that white colour on our lids, and I'm just setting so there's no tackiness as well. Going in with the light brown transition shade, and I'm using Amiga again from MAC. Just taking that on a large fluffy brush, and I'm just applying it into my crease and outer corner. This is just going to help blend all of the shades that we're now about to apply on our lids, and I'm just applying it in small sort of windshield wiper swirling motions to blend that shade in. For the pinks today, I'm using some pigments from MAC. Now this pigment stack was from a holiday collection a long time ago. I'm talking about 6 or 7 years ago. So I'm not sure of the exact pigments because they don't have names, they're just called Stack 1. But there are many pigment shades available from MAC which look very similar. So I've just blended the light pink shade, and that's going to be sort of our crease shade. As you can see, I'm just blending it into the transition shade and just getting rid of any fallout if there has been any. Now going in with a slightly darker pink shade, like I always do on my website. I will like links to all the products that I've used in this, and I have links to the pigments available from MAC at the moment. So with the dark shade, I'm just taking it on a pencil brush and running this through my crease. This is to create a sort of cut crease look. So I'm just sort of blending it in small windshield wiper motions again into my crease to really define it. I want to blend that into the lighter pink as well, so that's why I keep going back over it. And I'm also connecting it to my lash line and the outer corner. I'm going in with a small blending brush now and really blending those two pink shades together to create a nice, soft, sort of pretty feminine look. I'm basically just going to be going backwards and forwards with that dark pink shade and that pencil brush to deepen up the crease as much as I want, and then I'll be going in with the blending brush and blending it out. So as you can see, I've just gone back in with the dark pink, defined that crease a little bit more, and then I will go in and blend it all out. White lid colour today. I'm going in with a BarryM Fine Glitter Dust. This is in the number 15, but I believe they've renamed it to Gold Iridescent. And as you can see, I'm just using a small compacted eyeshadow brush and I'm just pressing it on to my lid up to that crease. I don't want to blend it into the crease because it's going to take away that work that we just did with the pink shadow, but I'm pressing it up to it so it creates that really defined cut crease look, and I'm just patting it all over my lid, as you can see. I'm also doing it on the other side as well. Because there is such girly colours used and pigments and glitters and everything, this look is going to be perfect for a prom occasion. This is the sort of look that I wore for my prom and I absolutely loved it. Because that glitter may have taken a little bit away from the crease, I've just gone back in with that pencil brush and that dark pink shade and just deepening up that crease some more. Before any of the glitter sticks to my primer, I've just gone in with a wet face wipe and just wiped any of the fallout off. So now I'm going to go in with a black gel liner. This is the Maybelline Eye Studio Drama Gel Liner, and just using it on an angled brush to create a perfect wing. I have a tutorial for this, so I will leave a link below for the tutorial on this. It's just very simple. I just basically went in with the angled brush and drew the line on, and then in a little while I will go in and clean it up with a felt tip liner as well. Going to go in and give my lashes a couple of coats of mascara. We are going to be wearing false lashes for this prom look today, so we don't want anything too dramatic on the mascara department, but we just want to apply a couple of coats to really blacken our lashes and help them blend with our falsies. And for my falsies today, I'm going in with the Demi Pixie lashes from Ardell. I've really been liking this style for a very sort of natural, flirty look to the lashes. And I've just used Duo Lash Adhesive in clear to stick them to my lash line. I'm just going to go in with my NYX setting spray in the matte finish to prep my skin. This is going to help our foundation last on our skin a lot longer, so it creates a much more long wearing base, which is ideal for a prom or special occasion. So for my foundation today, I'm going in with my MakeUpForEver Matte Velvet Plus. Again, this is a very long wearing foundation, but I'm also going in and spraying my foundation brush with some more setting spray. This again is going to help our foundation stay on our skin a lot longer. This works beautifully for me, and I have really oily skin, and I find my foundation lasts me hours. Trying a new trick with my under eye concealer just recently. I've been going in with 1 drop of my jojoba oil on the back of my hand and mixing it with 1 pump of my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I apply this first underneath my eyes, and I find that it really hydrates my under eye area and preps it ready for using a highlighting concealer or just another concealer on top. So I just apply it underneath my eyes just to add a little bit more moisture to the under eye area, because on me it's fairly dry, so it helps diminish looks of fine lines that I get underneath my eyes. I'm also just applying it a little bit on the top of my lip, and then I'm going over with my beauty blender just to make sure everything is blended. I found that using the heavier coverage foundation, I needed to go over it with my beauty blender. It just helped it blend a lot better and look a lot smoother and skin-like. So for my concealer today, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade number 15, and I'm just applying this everywhere where I just applied that other concealer with the oil. This is going to be the concealer that is actually hiding our under eye circles. This is very heavy duty, but again it is extremely long wearing, and I found this star makeup lasted me a lot longer than other star makeups that I have tried in the past. So I've just applied it underneath my eyes, down my smile lines, on any blemishes that I may have, and especially underneath my eyes. So I'm just going in and blending it with my finger to start with, but then I will finish blending it with a brush. Because I use the oil mixed with the concealer to start with, it's really hydrated underneath my eye. This technique has worked really well with hydrating my under eye, so I can go in with a much heavier concealer without it creasing as much, and it also lasts a lot longer using this technique. I'm going in with yet another concealer. This time I'm using the Prep and Prime highlighting pen from MAC in the shade Radiant Rose. I'm applying this everywhere I want to highlight my face, so underneath my eyes, down the centre of my nose, down the centre of my face in general, so my forehead, my upper lip and my chin. This is just going to help illuminate our skin. You could skip any of these steps, but I wanted a really full-on glamorous look, so this is the makeup that I created for this occasion. So I'm just going in and blending all of that highlighter out. So I'm now going in with my Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I'm going to be setting all of where I've just applied that concealer and highlighter. So for my eyes, I tend to look up and dab all of the creases out of my under eye, and then I go in with a triangular sponge and really cake on the powder. This is also known as baking or cooking the concealer or the product on your skin. So I'm just patting any of the creases out, making sure that all of the concealer is flawless, and then I'm heavily applying that powder to underneath my eyes. It's very, very important to look up when you do this, because you don't want to set the creases into your eyes. So then when I've done my under eye, I'm just going over any areas where I applied a concealer or highlighter. So just all down the centre of my face, and now I am going in and fixing my liner. You want to keep the powder on to cook or to bake for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I tend to either fill in my brows, finish off my eyeliner. I just tend to do little steps that I can quickly and easily do without disturbing the powder. So I'm now going in with Omega from MAC, and I'm just going to be running this underneath my eye. I wanted a very sort of feminine and wide awake look for this prom look, so this is the only colour I'm going to be applying underneath my eye today. Just a really soft brown that helps define the eye, but it doesn't make it look really sleepy, really drowsy, or really heavy under the eye either. Again, because I wanted to keep everything very awake and very bright, I'm going in with a white eye pencil. Today I used my MAC Eye Kohl in the shade Fascinating. You could use a skin toned pencil if you like, but because I'm fairly fair, I wanted to go for a nice white to make the eyes really pop and make them look really wide awake and big. So as you can see, I've just gone in and blended all of that powder away so I can finish the rest of my skin. So I'm just going to finish my eyes with a swipe of some more mascara on my bottom lashes. Again, because I haven't really made much effort on the bottom, I am going to be applying a lot of mascara to create really gorgeous big eyelashes on the lower half of my eye. You can apply lower falsies if you wish, but I've heard they're really uncomfortable and I've never really dabbled in them. So I've just gone for my own because I have quite long natural lashes as it is. So I've just sticked to my own. To highlight today, I'm using my Nylon eyeshadow from MAC. If you've been following me for a little while, you will know that I love this shade to highlight. So I'm highlighting the inner corner of my eye, and I will also be swiping this underneath my brow on my brow bone to highlight my brow area as well. I'm going to go in and start bronzing up my skin. So I'm going to go in with my Bourjois bronzing primer first of all with an angled brush. I mentioned it in my monthly favourites. I have really been loving using this product to bronze up my skin and just give it a gorgeous, natural, healthy glow. Because I am going for full glam today, I am obviously packing a lot of product onto my skin. So I've got a lot of eyeshadow on and I'm going to be applying a lot of face makeup as well. So I've made my bronzer quite intense to really go with the whole glam look. Especially because at your prom or at a special occasion, you're going to be photographed a lot. And photographs with flash can really wash you out. So it's really good to bronze up your skin to give yourself a more natural, healthy appearance. Of course, going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm using the Havana shade to set all of the bronzer that I have just placed on my skin. So underneath my cheekbones, along my temple and down my neck. I'm not going to apply any on my nose at the moment because I'm going to concentrate the contour on them more, because I want a very strong contour for this look because it is again a very glam look. And to contour my skin today, I'm going in with the Fawn shade again from the contour kit. As you can see, I'm just using circular motions to really contour and chisel out my cheekbones, and I'm also going to apply it around my temple and also underneath my bottom lip and around my nose. And I'm just using the banana shade to clean up my contour and bronzing just underneath my cheekbones. I wanted a nice subtle highlight to my nose, so I'm just going in with the sand shade again from the contour kit and just rubbing it and running it down the center of my nose, and I'm just blending it with my highlighter brush. For my highlighter for my face, I'm going in my mineralized skin finish in the shade Soft and Gentle, which I'm sure you were all expecting. I wanted a really gorgeous highlight to go with this look to create a really perfect glowy skin. Because this look is full glam, I wanted a very intense highlighter, hence why I used my MAC Soft and Gentle. So as you can see, I'm just applying it to the high points of my face, so the tops of my cheekbones, above my brow bone, and also on my cupid's bow as well. I I wanted a gorgeous soft pink glow to the skin, so I've just gone in with the Duo Fiber and I've lightly applied MAC's Pink Swoon onto the apples of my cheeks, blending it backwards into my bronzer and contour. I'm also going to apply a little bit onto my temples as well, just to connect all of the face together. I am sure by now you all know how I achieve my brows, so I'm just going to speed quickly through this. If you want an in-depth tutorial, then please let me know and I will film one ASAP for you. For my lips today, I wanted a gorgeous pink shade, so I opted for my new Jared Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Fairy Godmother. It's a gorgeous Barbie baby pink shade which looks perfect with this eye makeup look. So I'm just applying it straight from the with no lip liner today. I swear I'm struggling to talk in every video. So I've just applied this all over my lips and then I'm blend in with my finger as I usually do. Off, I'm going to be applying my Jared Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Sugar Mama. This is the first time that I have used Jared Cosmetics lip glosses and I absolutely love them. I got a couple of shades and I can't wait to play with them some more. So I just applied Sugar Mama all over my lips and it just created this perfect sort of Barbie lip look, which I think went perfect with the rest of the makeup. To set everything in place to make it last all night, I'm using my Model in a Bottle setting spray, which wouldn't work to start with. And I've just spritzed this over my skin. This is just going to help get rid of the powdery look to our face and it's going to make our makeup last all night. So here is the completed sort of Barbie pink prom makeup look. Obviously, if you've not got a prom coming up, you can wear it to any special occasion. It's just a gorgeous, girly, fun look to create, and I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching. Have a wonderful prom if you have got one coming up, or have a lovely special event or special occasion or whatever it may be. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all next time.